Welcome everyone back to Rimworld. So last episode we did quite a few things. Mainly it was improving on what we did, in the previous episode. I think we did a few minor alterations to the throne room, but that was kind of it. What else did we do? We upgraded the prison. I think, yeah, we finished off this housing block, so everyone has a pretty decent room now. We got geothermal power, and today I'm hoping that we can start crafting some guns. So in terms of gun crafting, we can make all these weapons, and ideally we would want most of our people with assault rifles, especially with our current defenses. Speaking of which, in between episodes I allowed time to tick so that we could build these granite barricades, and get a little bit of research done. But if we go to the make assault rifle bill, where is it? Details. It's got a minimum skill of crafting 6, which I think Larson has. But it's 6.29, and she's our best crafter. So I'm hoping that today we'll be able to get a better crafter. Also, speaking of which, if we look at its material cost, it requires 7 components, and right now we have no components, so that's kind of a problem. In addition to hopefully upgrading our weapons today, I would also like to make our base look a little bit more castle-like. Right now it's kind of like a throne room with a wing of bedrooms. Ideally, I want to hook in our main stockpile. I want to do something like this, which means we'll have to move the cooler, but that's kind of fine. I want to do something like this, so we'll have our main stockpile here. If we use our planing tool, there we go. So we'd have our kind of main stockpile and sort of this area. A fairly large stockpile too, because I think this is a 10 by 10 right now and it's completely full. At least pretty much completely full. And then next to that, using of course this sort of hallway, I think we would do something like this, and then maybe attach like a workroom like here. So we have our workroom and then our main stockpile, and then I think we should probably put like a cook or something right here, or maybe we'll put that like right here because it's closer to the fields. But because we are lacking in mainly components and stuff, especially if we wanted to, like, if we were lacking power and we wanted more power, ideally we would be able to use the steam geyser, but we don't have enough components. So I think we're going to go back to strip mining. There was a minor component deposit there, but at most that's going to yield 8 components. So let's go back to strip mining, like this. Let's go back to strip mining this entire mountain. Sure, that seems good. So I think we are going to be, just immediately starting off with this new stockpile. So I'm just going to plan the walls out, just kind of something like this. We don't have enough marble blocks right now, but I think they'll be able to catch up. And I'm just going to reinstall this cooler too. And by reinstall, I mean deconstruct. Also, Flint and Cummings are now getting married. And Cummings is changing her last name to Geddes. I think that's how you say that. Also, for those of you that haven't noticed, Cummings actually has asthma in both of her lungs. And it's honestly really slowing her down. Well, not really slowing her down, but it definitely affects her. So if we get another live prisoner, I think we're just gonna take their lungs and give them to her, which might not be the most ethical thing to do, but our colonist over them. So to train up Larson's skill, because right now she doesn't have much to do, we're just gonna have her make a bunch of clubs over and over, and then just limit what she can make them out of. So no gold, silver, steel, uranium, none of that, or jade or plasteel. She can use any of the stone blocks except for marble, because marble is what we build out of, or granite. But that will hopefully be able to raise her crafting skill to a decent level, especially as she has a burning passion for it, so she learns at 150% the rate. Speaking of which, our strip mining operation has actually been pretty successful. As you can see here, we have hit 2 things of compacted steel and 1 of compacted machinery. So hopefully if it keeps going like this, we'll have plenty of resources. And just as our main stockpile room was finished, we managed to finish the fabrication research, so that means we can make components now. what do I want to go for next? We could go for this stuff for overall recreation, which I guess wouldn't be bad. We could go for tree sowing so that we could improve our kill boxes, you know, slowing down potential. That would be pretty helpful. We don't need an advanced fabrication right now, at least. What is actually something good to go for? Sterile materials would be pretty nice, and, you know, hospital beds, so that we have a hospital in case someone gets hurt. What? I think we will go for tree sowing. Alright. And then we will go for just recreation stuff. So our people just finished up our new stockpile room, and it's significantly bigger. It's a 10 by 17, and I think I'll cut off, you know, the center part. But yeah, now we have quite a bit more. Okay, that's tainted. For a second I thought that was just normal marine armor. So let's copy and paste the settings over here, and then we can deconstruct this building. Delete, and then I'll just reinstall this in here. So we just got our first quest of the day, and based on what Jett's title says, I think he has 6 royal favor right now, and he needs 8, you know, 2 more for a total of 8 to become a knight. And this quest, if we go over here, Spectacle of Insects, this will provoke an infestation of 2 hives. That's fine. Again, they'll probably spawn somewhere down here or over here, or maybe even in our strip mine. But I think we're gonna accept this level of 1 just because the royal favor. If I think I read that properly, he should become a knight, getting us another Psylink thing, a Psylink neuroformer, I think. He'll also get this Eltex vest, which improves his psychic abilities. Alright, so we are going to accept this quest now that everyone is back at our base. And we're just going to accept with that, and we're going to accept with Jett. Alright. Where is this infestation going to pop up? Where are you popping up? Of course. So I dug this tunnel as a quick route to this side, because otherwise they would have to go around here. To be honest, that's not a horrible place for them to pop up, especially as I was about to build defenses around that. Cummings, sorry, you're kind of useless. Where are you? You're attacking the wooden door. Wonderful. No. We're gonna have our guys line up over here. We should be able to deal with this pretty easily. Alright, it looks like we are dealing with 2 mega spiders and 2 spellipedes. Who has a decent weapon? By decent, I mean sort of long range. Shooting. I think we'll have Larson go up, especially as she has armor. So it's probably best for her to come up and just shoot at them. Okay. They are coming in now. We're going to have Larson pull back this way. And I think we're going to have Jett use a blinding pulse there. I have no idea what blinding pulse does, so what does it do? Psychic blind. Oh, okay, so they legitimately can't see it all. I guess that's a useful power. I think we got this in the bag. I mean, Flint. Okay, we didn't even take any damage actually. Pretty easy quest. Pretty much free stuff as well. And there we go. I did indeed read that correctly. He now has the Knight title. Yeah, he needs better. First off, he's gonna need a better throne room because of course he will. He also needs a better bedroom. Okay. What about this? Okay. Rewards. Yep, he got another Psylink neuroformer, so let's go have him use that. Upgrade that, and then he got his Eltex vest. Here it is. And he can force wear that after. So let's see what power he got. Psylink gained. He gained Chaos Skip. Teleport the target to a random position nearby. So just... Okay. And then he can just use that on anyone? You know, after he's unstunned. Oh, he needs line of sight? So I can just run over to Flint and it'll teleport somewhere? And of course, right as we were testing our cool new power, the game decided to interrupt with a bunch of manhunting alpacas. We'll deal with them in a little bit, but I want to see this power. So, like, if I just use that on Flint, he just he just teleports somewhere nearby. Okay. I guess that's a cool power. Make sure you wear that too. And actually, that recreation research that I thought I was doing, it turns out it's actually needed to upgrade the his throne room. And I think it's under furniture. We need a harp. Yeah, because if we look over here, Jett, Knight, 1 out of 1 harp, and then we just have to light a brazier. Where are these small nature shrines? Okay, that's kind of cool. I don't see it. Where are the harps? Let me find this real quick. It looks like you crafted at a crafting spot. I don't know if you can make it anywhere else, but okay, it's just a bunch of wood. Alright, that's fine, I guess, and we can have Larson do that. And I'll be right back after I finish killing a bunch of manhunting alpacas. Alright, and just as I thought, it was a complete slaughter. The only person who took any wounds at all was Cell, and they were just bruises, so she'll be completely fine. And we got a few free meals, hopefully. But because they have the Scaria virus, they might just turn rotten immediately, which kinda sucks. And we're gonna have Larson start making the harp. She actually is doing decently on her crafting. As you can see, she's at level 8, you know, almost 8.5. And I think she started at 6 today, so she's definitely doing pretty well. And Larson finished up the harp, and we're just gonna have someone quickly install it. There we go. Jett, go install the harp that you want so that your throne room isn't undignified. You know, this is the most dignified thing I've ever seen. And this harp is actually a really, really good recreation item, because not only does it give you, like, recreation for using it, if we look at his recreation, it goes up, he also gets a +2 bonus to happiness while doing, you know, playing the harp. Alright guys, a little bit of an update. Larson has almost 10 crafting, and once she does get to 10 crafting, I'm gonna have her try and build her first assault rifle. Hopefully she'll get at least normal quality. We've finished most of our crafting room up. We just gotta put floors in, so just put a plain wooden floor in for now. There we go. And once they finish that up, we also just finished piano, and we could do more research. But once they finish that up, I'm gonna reinstall our crafting benches in here, and I'll probably add a few more. But then I'm gonna move around this lab. Because we can't reinstall the steel high-tech research bench, we can't reinstall, there's no reinstall button, and it costs 10 components to build. I'm just gonna leave it there and kind of create a separate lab. I'll pull it back a little so that we can have sort of a hallway right here, and then we can have like our kitchen right here. So I think kind of the kitchen and the lab will kind of stay in the same place. But in terms of research, what I was thinking is, right now we've just finished up kind of all the basic stuff. We could go for multi-barrel weapons and stuff, but I don't think that'll really help us, as we don't have like the best crafters yet. But what I was thinking is that we're gonna need quite a bit of money. So I think we're gonna go for psychite refining and drug production. We're not going to use it ourselves, but we're going to sell it off to traders who come by, and that's a pretty good source of earning silver. Right now we have almost 3,000 silver, but that's honestly not a whole lot, especially if we want to, you know, do something like, we want a very luxurious, you know, bedroom. So we want to put silver tiles in. Even just that small area is almost all of our silver. We would only have around 1,000 silver left, so we really don't have a whole lot of silver right now. So to fuel our money-making process once we finish up the research, I've planted a field of cycloid plants, and that's kind of what's used to make the very legal white substance that we can sell for a lot of money. Alright, and I've started reinstalling our stuff. We're building up floors and stuff, so overall we're doing quite a bit of, you know, revamping here. I've also built defenses by our, you know, quick corridor, sandbags and some granite barricades, just in case we get another quest like the insect quest and they decide to come from here. Also, in our strip mine, Flint's been mining in here quite a bit. He just struck a silver deposit, and I kind of want to see what's in here. So, oh, well, that's kind of disappointing. It's a pretty small deposit. All right, at least it's something. And we also just finished drug production, because that's always good. So we just had two things happen at once. First off, we finished psychite refining just so insanely quick. Our researcher, I think it's Stuart. Yeah, Stuart has 18 intellectuals, so she's a planet known master. She just researches so crazy fast. And I think it was like a day to do both researches. We also just got the quest, A Vast Structure. Constantine Catalicon, I think that's how you say that. That is historical. There we go. Alright. So, Baron Hercules Angelos of the Dominion God wants us to build a monument. 10 by 8 in size and will require these resources. So we need 276 wood and 176 blocks. We have that. Alright. And I think we'll go for the royal favor again. Or, do we want to do royal favor again? I think we'll go for the LTEC shirt. Right now, Jett has the LTEC vest, so I think he can wear the shirt underneath it. So yeah, we'll go for that. Alright, pods have arrived. Monument marker. Let's move over. Pods, okay, it's landing. Alright, and then just... Oh, okay, so it's just like a thing that tells us where to place stuff. Where do we want to put this? Probably not over there, where it'll probably be in combat. That seems like a bad idea for a memorial. Yeah, let's put it next to the prison. That's not adjacent to a building. What do you mean? Fine, put it right there. Alright, there we go. We have our wonderful monument that we're going to get favor for doing. It looks kind of cool, to be honest. But for research now, because we've already finished our previous research. Armor. Sure, let's go for armor. And what else do we really want at this point? Shield belts, maybe. We could go for long blades and then have a few melee colonists. Because especially there's like warhammers and stuff. Sure, and then we can go for something like Psychoid Brewing. Why not? And Flint and Cummings are getting married right now. Wonderful for them. It'll give all of our colonists a pretty decent mood boost, so cool. I like how Jett decides to play chess while they're getting married. Alright, there we go. They should all get, yeah, the attended wedding. Plus 20 for 10 days, so... You know, it's almost as... It's as good as, you know, a brawler not having a ranged weapon. And our people have only been working on this monument for about a day. But they're almost done with it now. There's only this one table, a few flagstones left, and then, you know, these walls and this door, and then they're done with the quest. So, unfortunately, in the building process, we ran out of slate. But there we go. We have completed this. Completed construction of the monument. You must not destroy it for at least 15 days. Alright. And why did you put it in our kill box? Anyway, go force wear that, please. And fortunately, he can actually wear his vest and the shirt at the same time. And if we look at it, the LTEC shirt gives a plus 10% psychic sensitivity, which raises his max neural heat, I believe. And he also gets a neural heat recovery rate of plus 0.03. And the LTEC's vest gives a plus 15% psychic sensitivity with a neural recovery rate of plus 0.05. So he's starting to become an actual Psycaster. Also, I think it's about time that we place down our fabrication bench. We have everything required for it other than the 12 regular components, but I think, or at least I hope, we have a few inside the strip mine. So in the strip mine, we have 6 components, but that's not enough to build our actual fabrication bench. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to cannibalize part of our base. So we're just going to destroy these overwall coolers, because right now they're not all that necessary, and I'd rather cannibalize them for components, because then once we get this up, we can start building components, so then we don't have to worry about components. You know, it's a lot of rhetorical stuff. And us cannibalizing those overwall coolers was enough to get the fabrication bench up, so we can now build components. and we have just an insane amount of steel. Right now we have 940 just in our stockpile, okay? But if we go over to the strip mine, we have another 2,500 steel. We also have a bunch of silver over here, which we should probably bring in, but, you know, it's fine. And right now, the only person we have capable of making components, and that's just because she was crafting clubs, is Larson. She has 10 crafting from just kind of doing general stuff, like smelting up the metal slag and smelting down weapons and stuff. But she does have 10 crafting, so we're going to have her, you know, prioritize fabricating components because we kind of need components to do much. We also just finished long blades. And just as we were worrying about components, of course, again, the game, in its infinite wisdom, decides to drop a ship trunk down. Like, sometimes this game does very, very infuriate me. That wasn't even proper English. Though to be honest, with our new fabricating bench, Larson is getting a lot of really good crafting experience. She was at, I think, 10.32 before she started fabricating components, and she's just on our third. This is her fourth component, and she's already maxed out her XP earning for the day. So, you know, she'll get only 20% of the normal XP from now on for the rest of the day, because that's how Rimworld skills work. And again, we've just finished all of our research, so just queue up everything. Recurve bows, cocoa trees, why not? Beer brewing, devil strand, pemmican, great bows, plate armor, why not? What else? Flat screen television, cool. Wow. So we just had a solar flare legitimately just happen, and then right after that, oh no. So then Hesium, I still don't know how to say that. So a group of Outlanders from Hesium have dropped in right on top of you. That means they are in drop pods. That's a problem. Group up here, Cummings, you might want to hide. Better yet, I got a solution for this. We can have Cummings hide in this tunnel, then just forbid her from leaving. I think I just heard them land. Have they landed? Oh no! They landed in his bedroom. Oh no, I hope they don't trash the throne room. Because we actually have a bunch of expensive stuff in the throne room. That was a pretty loud explosion. Who? Oh no. He has Molotov cock. What are they doing? They're burning themselves. Could you not, please? Like, could you... Really? Really? I'm gonna wait for them to break that door down. Cell, where are you? Okay, you're on your way. We'll have him go up there. Yeah, this should work. They're burning themselves to death. Really? What are they doing? I don't understand. Why? Thankfully our... What was that? Ah, smoke pop out. Okay. We're gonna have Jett cast a blinding pulse over here. That should blind them from shooting us. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. It should at least reduce their accuracy, if nothing else. Flint, how badly are you hurt? You have heat. How does Flint have heat stroke, but they don't? Well, I guess now they do, but these guys don't. And they're destroying our beds. Like, why would you do that? It's just so annoying. Let's cast another blinding pulse. Okay, please die. Like, get shot, please. Alright, there we go. Problem dealt with. They've only lit our entire base on fire. Actually, hold on. Do you still have your lungs? He does still have his lungs. Let's, save him for later. On the plus side, these guys did actually have a few gear upgrades. First off, they had a good quality auto pistol, so that's pretty decent. And they have a normal quality pump shotgun, you know, instead of Cell's previous pump shotgun. Or poor pump shotgun. The reason why Cell has a poor pump shot, or a pump shotgun in general, is because she has really good melee. Same with Flint. He's got 10.55 and Cell has almost 12. Like, she's 1 point away from 12, so that is why they have shotguns instead of guns. Also, they're pretty crappy at shooting, so yeah. So, if you guys remember what I said at the beginning, or at least close to the beginning of the episode, how Cummings has some asthma in her lungs, well, we have a willing donor here. Yeah, willing donor. This wasn't my fault. You never saw me do this. And I think it's fitting that Cummings, who is gonna need a replacement for her lungs, would, take something from this very willing donor. Right? Very willing. Oh no! For some reason they hate us even more. I'm sure our very willing organ donor will be just fine, right? What happened to his other lung? And for some reason, our colonists, they don't like the willing organ donor, For some reason, they think the organ was harvested. Yeah, no, he was a willing organ donor, everyone. I don't know why they're so upset about this. Also, let's take off his clothes, because, it's easier to do surgery if there's not a shirt on. Or at least, for now. In a kind of a, a little bit more of a serious turn, there's this quest, Hosting Aristocrats by Nicotus Linus, a yeoman of the Dominion of God. He wants to stay for us, 20 days. We have to keep his mood above 25%. They won't work. I think if we even wanted to roleplay a little bit, okay, I don't think that our very high and noble knight would host someone of lower status than him. So, just in terms of roleplay, and mostly because I don't want to deal with a bunch of useless people for 20 days, we are going to decline that quest. But I think that will wrap up this episode. Today has been very, very productive in more ways than one, if you catch what I'm saying. But we've done quite a bit. First off, we've managed to get Jett up to the rank of Knight with his new psychic power, so that's pretty cool. We've rebuilt some of the base. We replaced the stockpile. We built a new workroom. And hopefully next episode we'll be able to incorporate the rest of the base into this, so it's kind of like an actual castle. I think that would be pretty cool. We did quite a bit of research, especially that fabrication research up here. So now we don't have to worry about never having components, at least as long as we have steel. Larson managed to get up to almost 11 crafting, so hopefully we'll be able to craft a few weapons next episode. And overall, just very productive. So if you guys did enjoy this episode, please like, subscribe, share, comment. Any support that does get us out there is very greatly appreciated. But yeah, I hope you guys do have a great day, and goodbye.